Hello, Spence. But you forgot? No, I just got home a little late and had dinner a little late. I think like stream time is gonna be average 8 to 8:30 start time. I was gonna send you a joke message. Of what? Sandra, stream on a weekday challenge? Impossible. Anyways, there's a bit to talk about today. Today was a not good, very annoying day at work that really forced my hand to do something that I was really hoping not to have to do. But in hindsight, I'm not in trouble, am I? No, you're not. Not that workplace. But yeah, something that I really did not. It was a hand that I've had for a while that I really was just contemplating on what to do with, and was like, if people are normal for the rest of my time at work, that I would take that hand with me to the grave. But multiple events have happened within the past 2 days that really irked me and got on my nerves, and realized that some people just really don't deserve the best of things. So yeah, I decided to hand over that card that I've been holding on to, and hopefully it'll make the workplace better the future. We'll talk more about it in a little bit, but it's major tea time. I can't go into full detail of it in regards to some of the content that the hand that was dealt consisted of, for mine and others' own safety. Going to the movies next week with a friend. Is it the friend? Is it the friend, Delta? 100% it's the friend. What makes you think that? Gee, I wonder. I wonder. Okay, it took me a minute to realize that was a fish. I was like, I see it so small. I was like, what kind of soccer ball is this? What the hell kind of emo? It might be. Okay. What movie are you guys going to see? I don't really watch movies, so I don't even know what's out right now or what's coming out in movies. Remember how I said I was gonna take a nap and then drive home Sunday? I did not get home till Monday. I mean, fair enough. You were on a little vacation break, were you not? Did you need to be home on Sunday? Iron Lung horror movie? Good choice, Delta. Horror. The one genre that I would like to not watch. Went to the airport twice. Wait, why? Did you guys get hit with like a storm or something and not be able to fly? So you know how Delta is playing at the lane? Aki! No, I drew. No. How did Delta's playing? What? Ah. Funny story. Uh-huh. I'm listening. I'm not even gonna start the game yet because I want story time. My plane home was delayed by an hour. Was there something going on? Oh, did you guys all? Oh! Was this weekend the weekend that you all went over to Yuna's? I know Taki. I know of Taki. Yuna's friend from Brisbane. We took her to the airport, but then her flight got cancelled as soon as Yuna got back to her place, so we drove back. I see. It's about an hour and a half each way. Hour and a half ain't bad. Not the worst. Not the worst. I've been on daily business trips worse than that. By daily business trip, I mean having to drive back at the end of the day. Did a 6-hour drive that morning too. Oof. Oof. Anyways, if some of you are sticking around, someone please remind me in a couple hours, right around end of stream, to take my meds. I accidentally took my meds at the wrong time today. My lunch meds, so I have to time my evening dinner meds to be around like 11 my time. I don't want to set an alarm. Did you eat dinner though? I did eat dinner. Yeah, spaghetti. Anyways. I don't think I have any main story quests today in game, so while I farm stuff, we can do a little bit of story time as to what happened today at work. The aircon had a gas leak, so it needed urgent repairs, so the flight to Brisbane was cancelled. They needed to put the engineer and parts on the plane from Melbourne to Newcastle, so that flight got delayed at Melbourne. The plane turns around and flies back to Melbourne, which was my flight. Oh. Oh no. Grace is leaving Sandrock today. I better go and see her off. Oh, yeah. God damn it! I do have MSQ. At least your flight didn't get canceled. We had a great time. Airport tings. Airport tings are so fun. Got it at 12. Thank God, because you had a 12 to 7 on Monday. Oh no. Oh no. Dude, I mean, in that case, it's just like, it's an emergency. And like, I cannot get home. I'm stranded. What do you want me to do? Yeah, but double. Oh, you just want it. It's just double pay. There will be more double pay days. Just work more hours. What a joke. In the sense of like, who wants to do more work for the same amount of money when you can do less work and get that same amount of money? I was originally on a I was originally at 12 to 3:30, but literally as I sat down in my seat on the plane, they sent a request out for someone to work 2:30 to 7. Wait, so did you swap? Oh wait, no, you had a 12 to 7. Oh wait, you just took on an extra shift. I was trying so hard to convince my boss to give it to me before I had to turn flight mode on. Hang on, let me get this real quick. Armor display. Okay. Hand it over. And what over? From Ernest. Earrings. Nice things. Oh, the pets. Pets can go get water. Anyways, I really underestimate how tired I'd be after that weekend away because I shambled out of work like a fucking zombie. All my muscles had given up on me. Yeah. Flights are exhausting. Not only flights, but like, I think like any time that anyone is in like a sort of like vacation mode, no one ever realizes how tired they are. Broad beans, chestnuts, and rhino horns. Cactus. Do I have rhino horns going anywhere? No, so we'll plant rhino horns. Okay. And scale up. Look for one. Fertilizer. Freaking. I went to the ENT again. I had to go to a different ENT because I only had yesterday off. And I'm already doing like unpaid leave because I have gone over on the amount of PTO that I have. So I try not to take unnecessary paid time or unpaid leave unless I really need to right now. Not that I really need the money, but rather not to become complacently lazy too early. Me being lazy is saved for when I'm home. That is what I've decided. But I had to go to the doctor's yesterday and I got to my regular ENT and they're like, our whole entire patient system is down, so we can't take patients. And I'm like, huh? What do you mean? They're like, all the patient records, everything, nothing's working. And I'm like, huh, curious. This is what digitalizing everything ends up as, is if something goes down, you're all fucked. But anyways, I couldn't not go see a doctor, so I just went to the next nearest ENT to get checked up on and get new meds because I've been sick for way too long. And honestly, I'm feeling a little bit better than I have so far. My voice, I think, will not recover until I've had appropriate time to rest and not talk. Not talking is like impossible right now, so we're gonna just keep pushing through as best as we can until, I don't know, until maybe halfway through February. I did ask work. Work knows that I want the last week of February off, but I was like, the week before that, there's a 3-day holiday. Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday are part of the Asian New Year, the Lunar New Year, and we only have work on Thursday and Friday. And I was like, if I'm not needed, I would really like to also take that Thursday and Friday off, but we shall see if they approve of that or not, because I have a lot of shit to do and I know for sure I need at least a week to handle some of the stuff. May or may not have spent the entirety of the day dead asleep. You know what? I wish I was dead asleep. But yeah, that's what happened yesterday. And then today, I get into work early this morning, and my coworker, the one who is the only one, I don't know if I've properly mentioned this on stream, but like no one on the team is staying except for one person. And like this person, oh shit, this person, because they're the only person on the team, the supervisors have been consistently saying like that they would try to find someone to put in a quote unquote team leader position, right? We've never had a team leader, like an official one at least, I was like, because we've had a coordinator, and the coordinator is the one who kind of runs that team, right? And I am the coordinator, and I am leaving. And as I have said before on stream, me leaving my position made the institute hire 2 people to take over my 1 position. So think about that. And I was like, so these 2 people that are being hired are higher in hierarchy than the instructors, right? And I was like, you're gonna have problems if you instill a team leader, because that is the role of now 2 people. They did decide on having only 1 of those 2 people be the de facto quote unquote coordinator. And so I was like, if you have a coordinator, you do not need a team leader. The coordinator should be the one who's running the ship, because they know the ins and outs of the whole supervisor side of everything, right? And all like the paperwork side of things. And while I don't believe it has to be a Korean to do that job, it is highly beneficial that they know how to read Korean at the very least, and that they know a bit of Korean, because all the systems that you have to put in paperwork for are in Korean. And even if our paperwork is not necessarily all in Korean, some of it is, and is required to be written in Korean. The way that we've gotten around it is the previous native English teacher handler who handles all of our like paperwork and stuff and the logistics of having foreigners on a team. That person created literal copy paste templates for certain things, and you just had to be smart enough to figure out what information needed to be replaced with a few words here and there in Korean, right? And so that's how we've skirted around not knowing or not needing to know like super formal Korean or know like great Korean in order to be able to do this job. I don't know how to read the easiest logographic language to read. I learned it in a single summer. It doesn't even take a single summer. You can learn how to read it in 2 hours if you really put your mind to it. I was like, but it's like not only reading it, it's understanding all of the like technical work terms to like at least a minimum degree to function to repeatedly do tasks, right? I don't care if you wrote it down on a memo that this is what you click every single time and you don't know what it means. I don't care, as long as you do something. I don't believe anyone in that office has the brain cell to do that. I'm sorry, I'll say it. Everyone's fucking stupid these days. Because every single time I leave, the whole place blows up. The whole entire place. It's like no one functions properly without me there. At least that's how it feels. Because I come back to even more work than I originally had. Or that I originally left to deal with later. So I've been also, like, I've talked about this before. I've been slowly cutting out tasks that I've been doing and reassigning them to people or telling people what to do. Because I'll be like, this is what I usually do right about now. And now I'm not going to be here after this next month. So people have to slowly figure out what I've been doing quietly and invisibly in order for this place to function properly. Okay, so I come in today, and first thing I hear in the morning, before it is even 9 o'clock on the dot, which is when we start work, from coworker who is going to be the quote-unquote team leader next school year, which is starting in March, right? Says, hey, our supervisor, our direct supervisor, our handler, told me to ask you for your materials on how to train the no, not how to, on training for the new team that's coming in, for all the new people that are coming in. In my head, red alarms are going off. I'm like, no. As the team leader, I don't think you need that information, or you don't get to run that thing, because that's always been the coordinator role. And there are 2 people who are doing that role. What are they gonna be doing then? Sitting on their ass? So I was like, you know what? I need to still figure out certain logistics of some very last minute changes that people have done to programs, and this so-called workshop orientation thing that they had planned. And I need to talk to the supervisors about it before I hand off any information, because it's messed up a whole lot of stuff. He's like, okay, I'll wait for it then. But I really need to get this thing done today, because our direct supervisor said that I have to write up a whole entire syllabus for what I'm going to be teaching during the little workshop that we have. And I'm like, okay, cool. Guess what? It's going to be delayed because I have a whole lot of stuff to say to them that they haven't been around to hear. So I call in a meeting. I'll be honest, if I was in your position, I'd just leave the place burning. Funny you said that, Delta, because the hand that I've been holding is a literal bomb for that workplace. And I've been politely holding on to it and wondering what to do with it. And today was the last straw and the nail in the coffin that set me off. And I was just not having it because of what this person did. So in my eyes, I was like, this person is overstepping their bounds, right? They're overstepping. And not only that, but they've been undermining me for weeks behind my back. I hear about everything that this person has said about me these past few weeks, because it all comes back to me. He doesn't know, by the way, but I was like, I apparently still have the respect of the other 2 people on the team currently. There's only 3 of them there, and then me, right? The other 2 apparently still have, one of them I'm actually friends with someone at work. Go figure. I'm the type of person to not make friends with people at work, but this person is the only sane person there besides me, in my opinion, and the only person that I can freaking stand. So, and also the coworker that lives in the same building as me. Okay, go figure. Also a very competent worker, and that's what I'm there to do. I'm there to work, and I'm there to do my job, right? I'm not there to be friends with people, in my opinion. I don't care. And even if I were okay with being friends with majority of people at work, which I'm not, I have no common interest with any of the other 2. None. Nada. Zilch. Zero. We've hung out before. And then I decided, nah, I don't like these people. Not gonna hang out with them. Okay? Especially on unpaid time. So, he asked for my materials. I was like, don't know about that. Not gonna give it to you yet. I still have to talk to the supervisors about certain things. In regards to that in particular, anyways. So I sent a message out to not only our direct supervisor, because in my opinion, our direct supervisor is also part of the problem, because he's causing, he favors this particular instructor who is doing all this stupid shit. And I don't know why. In my opinion, all the supervisors are smart, and they're just using this guy like a little bitch, which I'm fine with. Okay, I don't care if you can't say no to certain things and you just be a yes man and do everything that they tell you to. But as a team leader, you need to know what's right and wrong for the team. And like, you need to fight back sometimes for certain things. Otherwise, you're gonna be overloaded and a whole lot of shit is gonna go wrong. Are they fucking? No. Not in that sense. No. It's just everyone in that supervisor office thinks that this is like, he's a nice person and like does or like, you know, really steps up. And I'm like, no, you know why he has all this time in the world? It's because other people are picking up his slack in the team. And I decided today, after talking, like, so I called this meeting with the supervisors, right? Not only the direct supervisor who favors this guy, because I can't trust just that person, right? Even though they're a direct supervisor. I called in the team leader for that supervisor team, right? So I was like, I can't have this conversation with just you. I need your supervisor here as well. Because one of the things I have to say is going to be the actual bomb for this place. And it is a time ticking bomb. And you guys need to know that the person that you put as the new face of this company and are actively favoring is going to endanger this workplace if certain things get found out, right? So called them in for a meeting and they're like, oh, we'll have to do the meeting after lunch. Like, we know that, you know, if you say that it's urgent and important, like, we believe you, but the soonest that we can have the meeting is at like 1:30 in the afternoon because we have foreign guests over in the morning right now. And I'm like, fine, I will wait until 1:30. So I'm just doing other work that we've had assigned to us from the past 2 days for like this huge program project. And I'm just sitting there and doing that until lunchtime. Lunch rolls around, and then here comes the meeting. In the meeting, I did tell them ahead of time, like, basically what we were talking about. I was like, okay, we're gonna talk about communication and miscommunication of certain things, because I am still working here currently for another month as the coordinator, or maybe even 2 weeks, depending on how much time I can get off, right? Either way, I'm still here for 2 to 3 weeks. Why are people pretending like I'm not there and then going straight to this new guy? Not new, but like this guy who's claiming that he's going to be the team leader and who is currently trying to play my role while I am still here. I was like, if some of my tasks have been delegated to him, why was I not told to hand over certain things or to train him to do certain things in order to make this place function? And then I'd be happy to relinquish some of my tasks, right? Okay. I was like, so there's miscommunication in that. Direct supervisor has been going to this guy and telling him information that does not pertain to him, and I don't hear this information, which I am the person who needs to know because I am still handling everyone's schedule currently. I was like, so if you want this guy to do this, you need to tell me to hand over my roles and tasks to this person. Okay, point 1. Point 2 is the amount of like confusion that causes between the team, because he comes back and tells the other 2 members of the team stuff, and then they take it for face value. And then I come back with different information and they get hella confused. Not only that, but it makes somebody look like an ass. And who looks like an ass in that position? Me. Because I'm the one who should know information and apparently doesn't have it. So, I made a huge point. I was like, recently, there was a program that was scheduled for the end of February. And with that program, we needed to hire 2 outside instructors. I went through the trouble of contacting people and finding 2 people to take over that position. We ended up deciding on 2 people that we were going to hire anyways, right? They start in March. They have not signed a contract with us yet. And they're supposed to do that at the end of February. But because they were going to be, because we already had planned on hiring them, we offered them the opportunity to make a little bit of extra money by being a guest lecturer for a program, because they don't currently work for us, so they're still guests. You can make a lot of money as a guest lecturer. It is a lot. It is way more than we are normally paid as a wage for like one type of program, like if you divvied it all out, right? So I went through with that, and then there were whole scheduling issues that we had to get around first, because they were like, oh, I have like prior commitments, let me see if I can move those things around to make time for the program, because I actually really want to do this. And I'm like, okay, cool. Okay, so a week goes by, they handle all of that stuff, and then I get them on board for this program. They've agreed to the terms of, you know, the pay and everything, and the dates of the programs and the times and everything. And then I send it off to that program supervisor saying, hey, these are the people that I found. Like, they're the people that we're hiring anyway, so you will be working with them in the future. And, you know, those are the details that they agreed on. That was approved, okay? And then last week they moved the date of the program unexpectedly, without my knowledge, to the first week of March. What kind of problems does moving a program like that cause when you have 2 instructors who are signing their contracts at the end of February and starting work on technically March 1st? They are now contracted and cannot be paid the guest lecturer fee. And like, that is the biggest thing, right? It's like, and not only that, but did anyone tell them that the program dates were going to change beforehand? Because you pull this shit with like the team, they have nothing to say because they're all just there for work anyways. But these are 2 outside people that have their own goddamn schedules to deal with. So I basically went in and I very sternly reprimanded people for moving that program. And I was like, you just also took away, I was like, dealing with money is no funny business. Okay, anything that involves money and pay of some sort, I don't fuck with that. Okay, people agreed on a certain term. There may not have been a contract signed for them to come on as guest lecturers, but these were the terms and conditions that they agreed on. And now you're telling me to take that away from them. Telling me, after you made the decision without consulting me first. So I have to go back and look like an ass and tell them, hey, sorry, the terms that you previously agreed on are now being nixed. You can't get paid the guest lecturer fee because you're going to be an instructor by the date of the program. Is that not bullshit? I was like, nuh-uh. I was like, the part that I'm like most mad about is the fact that I look like the ass in that situation. I was like, thank God the 2 people that I was talking to the whole entire time, they've worked with me before on different capacities or have seen me and my work before. One of the girls was hired on as a special lecturer a while back. And the other guy has worked with me apparently on like the textbook review committee that I was part of last year. And I was the team leader for that as well. So both of them knew my work ethic beforehand. And so as soon as I found out the program dates moved, I was like, hey, I don't know what's going on right now because I was just told and not to my knowledge that the program dates are moved. I need to get some more information before I confirm anything else with you because I don't know what's going on. I was like, I'm really sorry. I apologize for the inconvenience. And I know that you guys like went out of your way to like make time for this program and everything. But like, I'll just get back to you as soon as I can. And both of them are like, you know, it's fine. It sounds like things were not like, we're totally out of your control. So we definitely understand. And I'm like, great. I was like, thank God. Because the only thing that I hate more than anything is looking incompetent when I am totally competent at my job. Overly competent, I would say. Right? I was like, no one gets to make me look like an ass if it's not my fault. If it's my fault, I'll take it. I'll own it. But if it's not me who makes the decisions on things, you don't get no say, nothing. And I'm gonna cause a huge scene. That's where you offer them the ability to say, no, I don't want to do that anymore. And then you tell the higher ups it's their problem to find your lectures. I did. I went in there and I was like, what now? I was like, they may sign on as this, but like, I can't make them do the program. And I don't think it's reasonable for them to do the program during their first week of work when they haven't even had orientation yet. I'd be drafting my new resume first day on the job in eyesight of my bosses. Oh yeah. I was proper pissed about that whole situation. So I went in and I told them that first. I was like, you need to fix this problem. I don't believe they can do that. I was like, I don't believe it's right for them to come in as instructors without knowing the full force of the program. Then, if anything, they have different responsibilities as instructors for the program than they do as a special lecturer. Okay, I was like, so you need to conduct the workshop some other time. And, okay. No, the reason why they moved it to begin with was to place a workshop in the week that the program originally was, at the end of February. That doesn't work because guess what? Both of those instructors that I talked to that move things around in their schedule triple double check that they would be free in the afternoon because of their prior commitments. Half of those prior commitments are the fact that they are moving cities and need to go and report stuff to immigration and whatnot about their move. I was like, yeah, no, that ain't gonna fly. I was like, they literally can't come in for this workshop that you plan to host for 2 days, 2 full days of work. So no, I don't think it's gonna be great to have the workshop before they even start working. I was like, I guarantee you. I was like, half of these people don't know what they're signing up for. Okay, don't know the full extent of what they're signing up for. And I don't condone it, but at the same time, we are paying too much now for new people coming in for work to not have them be properly trained and informed, right? So I was like, you can do their contract signing. They've agreed to the terms in the contract. Everything is perfectly explained in the contract what their job entails. Okay, so after they sign the contract, then you have your orientation, because it makes no fucking sense to have orientation before they sign their contract. Or I was like, if you do it that way, I 120,000% bet that you will have some people who are unwilling to sign their contract. And then you have more of a case to deal with. What a shitty workplace I'd be aiming to get out ASAP. Yeah. I was like, no one thinks lately. I was like, no one has a brain cell. I was like, when I say that I think I am holding this whole place together, it's unfortunately not me tooting my own horn. I don't think. And I was like, okay, no, you need to move things around. I don't know how you're gonna move things around, but things need to be moved. So there was that. And then I also talked to them about all of the training materials that I have, right? That I created, mind you, because there was a lack of training materials when I came into work as an instructor at this institute 3 years ago. And it's been something that I've been slowly putting together, and that I finished putting together while I was the coordinator, and that I trained people with the past year. And I was like, did one of the supervisors, or did the supervisor, the handler, I asked him directly, I was like, did you tell him, the instructor, to ask me to get my materials for the training? Because that's what he told me. And I'm wondering why I did not hear directly that I should be giving my materials to this person so that they can handle training the new team. Because if I did, I'd be having a whole different conversation, and I would have told you that I don't think that's appropriate. I do not think people on the same level should be training each other, for one. I was like, and what is that gonna do? And what is that gonna look like for the 2 people who are above him that are coming into work as well? I don't care if the 2 new people are new. They are more competent. And they are also higher up in the hierarchy. And they should be running the trainings. That's what we hired them for. I'm like, so things are all out of sorts. And I told them that. And he was like, no, I didn't tell him to I didn't tell him to ask you for anything. Like, he was supposed to create these materials. I'm like, great. You know what? We could have avoided all of this had I known about this fucking workshop directly from you instead of hearing it out of his ass. Because this guy has been telling me things that are not true. Blatantly lying in my face. And trying to take my work. I was like, I did not create these training materials for someone that I do not trust to take them and use them and claim them as their work. I was like, I'm more than happy to give it to any of the supervisors. In fact, I'll send it to all the supervisors so that you can see exactly at what point this is my work. And if he is due to get this material, you can see what he does to change it. And if it's word for word, there is no way that he gets to claim it as his. I did not work too hard on this thing for 3 years to have someone go behind my back and try to claim that work as mine. I mean, that work as theirs. So after that, the handler told me fully about what this workshop entails. And then also said that they would move the date after the contract signings. And it would be within the first couple days of the new instructor's work. And that he would run the training part for the new instructors himself. I'm like, great. I will give you my materials. As soon as I am done editing them to a point that I feel comfortable leaving it so that you can just read it off to them, I'll hand you my PowerPoint and everything. I was like, because this material is needed in order for everyone to understand their job, as well as like all the different roles of the different supervisors that they're working with, because we have 3 different ranks of supervisors, and it's important to know that in the Korean hierarchy, because they are all assigned different tasks and they deserve different levels of respect in a certain way. So there's that. I was like, and unfortunately, the biggest part of the tea is something that I cannot say on stream. But it is stuff that definitely needs to be handled by even higher positions than the 2 supervisors that I talked to. But that is my line of communication, right? I was like, I am informing you of things that have come to my knowledge that could potentially really hurt this institute if certain information were to get out or to be found out by anyone other than the current institute. And there are a lot of eyes on us because of how political our move was to the current city that we work in. So, in order to not make this whole place go up in flames, because I do respect some of the people that are left in the supervisor office, I'm telling you this now so that you can properly prepare to deal with it. And it needs to be handled. It needs to be handled and looked at very carefully. I was like, this person needs to be under severe scrutiny. You can take a gander as to what type of information I had on this person from people that have left the institute and current people that are working at the institute have told me. And the stupid thing is that dumbass told everyone with his own mouth. So when I was asked, how do I know this information? I reported that everyone told them, or not everyone, that person told them themselves. Or they were there to personally witness certain things happening. But I was not gonna name names because that puts other people in very precarious situations. Either way, today was just, I was like, the one thing that I would have just liked to do was just leave this place peacefully. Take the information that I had with me to the grave, if everyone played nice. People decided that they weren't gonna play nice. And that forced my hand. So I just tossed the bomb that I was holding to someone else. And just let it quietly blow up. I will say that now that this is out there, part of me feels totally better without that weight on my shoulders and making it somebody else's problem to deal with. I left my old place because if there were any emergencies at work that needed to be dealing with, it was like, oh, send me. Yeah, exactly. And I was not being paid nearly enough to solve everyone's problems. My workplace not only jibbed me out of money, but also tried to get me in for unpaid orientation before I'd even signed my contract. While I was in the middle of moving, I just not signed the paper. It's not unpaid orientation. It's paid to a certain extent. You get a proper business trip allowance, and then I was like, the problem is it's a training. It's a training that does not like legally qualify you under the circumstances of being paid for, because you are not teaching that training. You are going there for training. It is for professional development. You are only paid under the allowance of a business trip, which means we are like, you are currently like, their contracts with their current schools are not over, right? Or their current workplaces. So they're under contract and being paid by that school during that day. We cannot double pay them for not like, for things that are not directly teaching related without proper means. It's like, if they had done the program, they'd be here as a guest teacher. So we are loaning their time to teach. Therefore, we are allowed to pay them for that work, right? A professional development training does not fall under the stipulations of getting paid. Because you are taking paid time off from your work to go learn. It is, trainings do not count as they do not count as part of your work duties. They are optional things, right? If they were not optional, you would have to be paid for it. Man, I remember when I used to bitch to chat about being stuck in the teacher's office in summer, how problems grow. Oh, how I used to. Yeah. Yep. Being stuck in the office with nothing to do. Yeah, I would like that back. Thank you very much. Would I like to teach kids again? Not really, but I'll take that any day. Desk warming, virtually alone at school? Yeah. Give me it. Give me it back. I'll deal with my not liking teaching kids anymore. I mean, I don't like completely dislike it, but I don't want to do it 40 hours a week. Hey, Wolf. You came in after all the spicy tea. I've been yapping for a good hour already about my BS day. Anytime you complain about work, I remember that discussion we had while you went insane over the summer. Insane in like the fact that I had nothing to do and was trying to make work for myself at the time. Yeah, I miss those days. I will say though, like, I do enjoy my job for what it is, like the coordinator position for what it was. The direction that they were moving it though, I was like, someone should have offered me my job, because they changed it, right? The two new people that got hired, they got the conditions that I wanted for myself. I'm like, did no one think to offer me this to try to get me to stay? Because I probably would have then. The condition was that, the condition that they're under is that they are solely office job. They are not going on any business trips. They do not leave the office. It is a complete desk job. If anything, I was like, they are handling all of like the regular coordinator duties, and they may be required to help with directing curriculum development for programs. Directing curriculum design. Not actually designing fucking programs like I'm an instructor. Not going out and teaching as an instructor on top of my current workload. I would love to sit in an office and quietly do my work. We're hiring people again, which means there's a chance for me to move around the business. No, new employees always have better conditions. Most places won't offer better conditions to keep people these days. Guess what? They tried too late to try and keep me. When they realized that I had thought about staying. And I had complained to my previous handler who left because I'm also mildly close to her. She's like, how are you doing? Welcome to this new area. This is where I work, you know? Like, she moved to this city as well, and she was promoted, right? Which is great for her. But she had to take the promotion because it wasn't gonna come any other time for her, basically. So she had to move on from the Institute too early, but she liked the work that she was doing at the Institute, and I liked working with her, I will say. The team ran very efficiently with her. She's the same type of personality as me in the terms that we only give a shit about work. And we're just there to do our jobs and get things done efficiently and effectively and just do a good job at it. Loved working with her. So when she out of the blue messaged me and was like, hey, welcome to the area, you know, I would like to go and grab like coffee or lunch or dinner with you sometime. And you know, I was like, yeah, just so you know, like literally I was like, yeah, hi, it's been a while. Literally the second message I sent to her was, yeah, we should probably do that lunch to your dinner or lunch, coffee, or dinner soon because I'm leaving for the States. She's like, what? She's like, when did you decide that you weren't gonna be teaching anymore? She's like, I wrote you a recommendation for a teaching job. And I was like, yeah. I was like, unfortunately, this place decided that, you know, I was like, nobody here decided that they wanted to keep me, I guess, because no one talked to me about me leaving or even trying to see if I was interested in holding on to my position. Instead, they hired 2 people to replace me. And I had no other I had plenty of offers for other jobs, but none of them were really what I wanted. I was like, I'd be downgrading myself in either way. And I was just like, I don't feel like doing that. So I'm just gonna go take a break and figure out what I'm gonna do next. And she was like, wait, like, what's wrong? Like, why didn't they try to hold on to you? She's like, she's like, the place would literally be in shambles without you. And I'm like, yeah, it probably would. It is in shambles without me. The days that I take off are ridiculous because I come back to more work because there are like mini fires that spouted while I was gone. I was like, I can't even fully take days off. I was like, because I'm out of sick leave and out of paid leave, right? Or paid like vacation leave. So I was like, while I can take days off for being sick, I was like, I'm not like deathly sick to the point where I can't show up for work and still work half the time, maybe. And the other half just sit there and zone out. And just rest with my eyes open. And like, next thing I know, she was the instigator for them finally talking to me about maybe thinking about keeping a job at the Institute. She called the supervisor team leader, I guess, either that or one of the other supervisors that I'm relatively close with, and was like, you all need to talk to her because this is apparently how she's feeling. And like, they came and grabbed me that day and was like, we need to go chat. And then we're just like, we would really like for you to stay. I hope that you didn't think that we didn't want you to stay. We just didn't feel like we had a right to hold you back. And I'm like, great. Because, you know, I was like, but that's not an offer by any means. You're just telling me to, they're not even telling me to take my own job back. They were offering me an instructor position on the team. I was like, I don't think you guys realize. Today was also the day that I made it fully clear exactly why I was leaving. I was like, during that meeting with my direct supervisor and then the supervisor, I was like, I don't think you guys realize why I'm leaving. Like the big part or the big decision maker in me leaving this job in particular. I was like, I did not miss teaching. Okay. The part that I wanted out of my job was the teaching part because I was doing 2 people's work for the price of 1. And unfortunately, I'm overly competent at my job and I can just do it. But it was hard on me. It took a toll. I was like, I would have wanted to keep my job if it was solely a desk job, which is what you guys turned it into. Had anyone talked to me about it, they would have known. Darn, I missed the tea. I've been getting ready to go to my uni. You know, Wolf, listen to the podcast on the way. Listen to the VOD podcast on the way to school. At my old company, after I left, like 6 months later, about 2/3 of the team quit because I was doing like 2 people's jobs on top of the call-outs and they didn't want to do it. Yeah. I'm like, I was like, if you thought that I was doing enough work that you hired 2 people on to take my position over or to revamp my position into 2 people's work, I have terrible news for you. I was doing the work of 3 people. Because I was picking up the slack from the incompetent people. Because that's just my personality at work. If things need to get done, I just get them done. Especially if I don't think it can wait to be done. To redelegate it to someone who's going to do it slower than I am. This is what my school did when I left, despite being a high performer. They couldn't afford to lose. They just said, sucks to see you go. Don't let the door smack you on the way out. You know, I'll listen to it during class. No. Well, pay attention to your classes. You're paying for them. Holy shit, I might go sit outside. Mom is ripping into that oy vey. Mom ripping into dad, and I'm just ripping into my coworkers over here. You get all the tea today, Delta. Please go take multiple sips of tea. But yeah. Anyways. The big nail in the coffin was people making me look like an ass when I'm not an ass. And people undermining me at work and then talking shit about me. So, talk about being petty. I was like, you want to play the petty game? You chose the wrong opponent. Because I just don't do petty. We're gonna scale it up from there. But yeah. Anyways. Ooh, this is a good fight. Okay. I've been yapping for an hour. I do need to play some Sandrock today. I'm gonna hear the tea tomorrow morning. You know what? Enjoy that tea. Enjoy that tea.
Oh, hey. What brings you here? You know, I actually didn't want you guys to see me off. I even told Logan the wrong time. I'm not good at this kind of stuff. But honestly, when I saw you coming, I was really happy. Sometimes I wonder if I'm really suitable for this job.
Why would you say that? No one else could do your job. Dude, what are the chances? Me eavesdropping like I didn't start it. Oh my god, Delta. Why would you say that?
I feel like I've changed. I'm not the person I used to be. My training was all about suppressing your emotions, embracing solitude, and putting the mission before anything else. I don't know. I feel kind of distant to all that now.
Change is a good thing. If you want to stay, just quit. You're just nervous about seeing your boss. Change is a good thing.
Good thing? I don't know. Maybe for a citizen, but for an agent getting ready for her next assignment? Wait, I shouldn't unload all of this on you. Sorry.
I understand, Grace. I just care because you're important to me. Stay silent. I understand.
So, ever think about the future? How about joining me?
All passengers for Atara, please board. The train will be leaving shortly.
Ah, that's me.
Miss Grace, come on and hop aboard. You've got an exciting journey ahead of you. Yup, Sandrock to Atara. Best track in the Free Cities.
Thank you, Jensen. One last word and I'll get aboard. I want to give you this. It's a little parting gift. Something to remember me by.
Her photo.
It's a picture of me during my old training days. The puppy next to me is my old partner, Cookie. He was a real sweet dog.
Not having dinner ready until 9 p.m. is a snitch-worthy offense. Very true. Yo, don't play with hangriness, you know? Drinking at 8 a.m. is this snitch event? Oh, the excuse that it's 5 p.m. somewhere didn't work. What the fuck? The train is still here.
Rambo always stops and asks to visit whenever we go by your place. He's really warming up to you. Thank you.
Okay. We have no other MSQ for today. So. Is it your fault that the reason he's getting in trouble is because Mom is thinking about it now? How did she not? Was she just not home to know about it? I forgot it's now like 2 hours ahead for you, so it was like 2 hours ago. Chicks full time. We need granite. Okay, that's what we're gonna do then, I guess. Missions. What the hell is this? Meat stuffed mushrooms, sugar fried chestnuts. Do I even know how to make that? I do. I have them. Not pressed for money in game, so let's see. Is this a broadsword or is this lightweight daggers? These have to be better than my current ones, yeah? Which ones do I have? Alloy daggers. Which are... I wish they showed the level in the description for the crafts. Is an incompetent man, baby. I've been waiting for her to serve the divorce papers to for over 12 years. This year's the closest she's gotten. They're literally talking about divorce right now. Oi. And I get eaten by mosquito solicitors. Oh boy. Teal daggers. Level 25. 35. Oh, 40. 35. 50. Okay, yeah, I'm gonna make the daggers for myself. And then I can craft that. And then we can do... What can I get done today? We're short on limestone. We do have the acacia wood planks. We have the titanium alloy plates, but I think I would rather do this one. Ooh, it has to be perfect quality. I don't know if I want to do perfect quality. Limestone. Unless they're titanium alloy plate, we can just go get more of those materials. The limestone, I think, is the more pain in the butt material to do, so we'll do 3 of these, 2 of these. Gossip is gonna be juicy tomorrow. Who are you gonna gossip with? Are you gonna get the tea straight from your mum? Sounds like Delta's birthday and Christmas all together.
Howdy. Thank you.
Straight from your mom. Yeah. And you'll just be there sipping the tea like I already knew everything.
Thank you so much.
The heck? Logan works at the Blue Moon now. Is that what he's doing to change his life around? Oh, everyone's here. How lovely.
Whoa! Tell this to that Duvo simper.
What? Oh, that was Cooper. I thought that was... Oh my god, that sounded like Yan.
Hello. Thank you.
I fill out a Google form for a class, acknowledging that I read the syllabus, but I had like personal question, and one was, "What's the biggest bear you foresee in this class?" I wanted to just type Fort Tower. Oh my god. You have it cleared. I don't even want to hear it. Dude, you guys should have heard what Wolf told me about his class. One of his professors canceled class. Wait. Wolf said that his first day was moved to remote learning due to the snow that they're getting in New York, but ended early because his OChem professor did not understand how to share slides on Zoom. As an educator, I'm just like, what? How? And then I was like, yeah, you know what? And you're not about to be the ass to everyone else who shows the professor how to work slides on Zoom. End class early. Go do professional development. Thank you very much. Oh la la, bonjour mademoiselle, bonjour, hello, welcome. Welcome in, blessed by Fortuna. What's up, how are you? Ended up just typing for that question the word myself. You know what? Fair. I want them split. My sister wants them split. My mom's bestie wants them split. My uncles want them split. My mom's ex-coworker and dads want them split. Dang, that's a whole lot of people wanting splits. I mean, have you seen the video of Yoshi P in the Don Trail release date? No. How are you doing, Miss? Perhaps you're feeling well. I'm not feeling the best. I'm still recovering from being sick, but good enough. Good enough. Was in kind of a bad mood today because of things that happened at work. We kind of already talked about it, but yeah. Otherwise, doing okay. It was delayed because Elden Ring DLC because he wanted to put it. Oh yeah, that. Oh, sorry. That I heard about. Okay. All commissions turned in. Oh, we have main story. Do I want to do main story? Do I want to go get materials? It's still early enough in the day that I could probably go to main story and also go get materials. What's happening at RVO's store? Why are Crystal and Pebbles part of main story? Ah.
Hey, come here, kiddo.
Ma, look at me.
You happy to see your Uncle Logan, Pebbles? Oh, hey, look! That skin cream I like is back in stock!
I think you'll find this particular blend to be especially restorative. It includes herbs not previously available near Sandrock.
Oh, hey! It's the Quiet Kid, spouting off all sorts of fun facts about skin cream for some reason.
God damn, Crystal.
Yes. Just trying to help.
Hey, Chris, if you're in a buying mood, want to take this off my hands? Second hands, but still as sharp as the day I bought it. Yours for 300 golds.
The sword that you used throughout our time as outlaws. You just want to give it away, Logan?
That's right. At 300, I'm practically giving it away. But I'll do you one better anyhow. 150. Final offer.
I don't know, Logan. We usually just get gear for our boys direct through Hugo. Why don't you keep it? Come on, Pebbles, let's go. Say goodbye to your uncle.
What about you? I think you saved my life once or twice back in the ruins. So for you, 100 golds. What do you say?
Deal.
Good. Well, that's that then.
Titanium heavy sword.
What's gotten into you, Logan? Why the sudden sales pitch? Are we running out of funds?
Nah, got plenty. Here, take this. Little something I found stashed away in the house. You're still thinking about going to Atara, right?
This is a lot of money. Why did you have this?
Yep. About a couple of years of tuition at the university by my count. Figured it'd be good to keep around for a rainy day.
I don't see myself going to Atara anytime soon. If I did apply, I'm sure I could pay my own way.
Fine then. Take it and don't spend it. Do whatever you want with it.
Hey!
Come on. I said take it. I'm gonna be hunting critters here the rest of my life, I reckon. But you got big things in store for you. Talking to Grace, well, seems like she sees more in you than I ever did. And you know I don't like being outdone.
Very well, Logan. I'll hold on to this for us, if it'll make you feel better. But you should know, I don't plan on leaving you and Andy behind anytime soon. Certainly not before we're all back on our feet.
Yeah, money. Just spend it when you got it. We'll always make it back. Kind of a boring topic of conversation, if you ask me. Come on, let's mosey.
Money? A boring topic? Man. I could never. One of 5 new mounts down. Yo, I'm 0 out of 5.
I thought a lot about what you said, Duvos. You truly believe they didn't care about me? My handlers were always so driven, so on point. I find it hard to believe that they did not care. But it is true. I was left in this cell to rot.
Penn and Matilda never cared about you. Penn and Matilda never cared about the cause. Penn and Matilda probably have their reasons. Penn and Matilda never cared about the cause.
It surprises me not that Penn betrayed me. He was sent to observe my actions, and cared not for me, nor I for him. He was far too narcissistic to truly understand the cause.
Oh, these are normal mid-time. Let me take those. All 5 are tradable? Sweet. Wait, what are the new mounts anyways? Anything interesting? A teal vacuum suit, a black one, a robot spider, a bulldozer but in red. I don't even have a regular bulldozer. Why do I want a red one? And a door? A door? We talking like Monster Inc. doors or what? A door? Nah, just a face. But it's basically a door. So, more like Alice in Wonderland doorknob door. I want a proper spider mount. No, nope. Then they gotta add in an arachnophobia toggle in Final Fantasy 14.
But Matilda, I did not know she was a member of Duvos. She was sympathetic to my views while we were studying. She never agreed with me in those days, but I see now that was an act. A way for her to conceal her true identity.
More like a crossover between Helldivers 2 and Easter Island Head. Those two things don't mean anything to me. I love spiders, like hell the big ones. Ugh.
It is clear in retrospect, she was simply observing my conversion. But I do not think she had no ideals. I truly believe she was a dedicated follower, but perhaps she was never my friend or believed in my cause. When I was in the cell with Pen and LeFou, I listened to their ramblings. LeFou did not seem to hold the same beliefs as I. He wanted more land for his people, but he did not care about the future of the human race.
Of course they didn't.
In fact, he did not even seem to believe in anything. I tried to share my views with him, to find some common ground, but he was far too concerned with arm-wrestling Pen. These troops were not the saviors I was expecting, Matilda. I am still shocked she was in such a position at all.
But why did Matilda jump in front of the bullet? It sounded like Duvos isn't all it's cracked up to be. There's always some knuckleheads like Pen. Sounds like Duvos isn't all it's cracked up to
Simply
be.
because some soldiers on the ground are ignorant does not mean the ideology is tainted.
Nah, it is.
I believe in order. I believe that humans truly need to unite under one flag to protect us from our own destruction.
Oh no.
I hope Matilda also believed.
There's
I do not think someone would do so much if they did not believe.
There's a new emote. Stomp? Man. Wait, doesn't the Lala already have like a little mini stomp? Like the little Angie one? I don't know. Oh, they do. I think. I wonder what kind of stomp it is, though.
That being said, there are still some parts of the plan that give me so much doubt. Why did they conceal their intentions from me? What were they doing in the north?
The water plan was a cover for the excavation of the ruins. You're Patsy, they set you up, don't you see? It must all be part of a bigger plan. The water plan was the cover for the excavation of the ruins.
So I was a pawn. I was told what I was doing was to protect everyone. That when Duvos eventually took over, they'd protect everyone from the dangers of the past. But they were excavating the ruins for these old world relics. These weapons of war. The irony. Now, if that is all.
Miguel, why did you try to shoot Logan?
That is something that will haunt me. I am no killer. I think, while I believed I was doing the right thing, a part of me was still thrilled to be fooling everyone. The desire for triumph got to my head. And when I was found out, hubris caused me to lose my mind. A cornered beast will lash out. That is not a justification. At that moment, I believed everything I had worked for was falling apart. I saw red, and the next thing I knew, I heard the gunshot ring out. Every night since, I have seen that scene play out in my mind. I seek not forgiveness. There is no such forgiveness. I'll regret this for the rest of my life. Builder, I have once again been left with much to think about. Thank you. We may not be aligned philosophically. Perhaps you even hate me. But I value our conversations.
Why is he standing in the wall? God, my NPCs are so bugged. So bugged. Trying to get the new barding. Pretty sure the new barding. What is the new barding? I have zero clue about the new stuff. I have not seen the patch notes. What do you mean there's another MSQ thing here? Oh, brother.
Hey there.
Hey there, Sandra. Come by to admire your handiwork? Yeah, we got that robot good. I reckon we'll leave it there for a little while. Have the city work something out with Vega 5. Ship it off for study. In the meantime, I went ahead and put it in the cell. Don't want it to wake up, go crazy, turn into another dancing robot fiasco. Wait a sec, Sandra. Don't tell me. You're not thinking of repairing this thing, are you? Sure, why not? I am now. Nah, bad idea. Sure, why not? Why not? What not? Listen, Sandra, I know that robot thinks you're attractive or whatever, but don't be lured into its flattering trap. This thing tried to kill us. Space suit for chicken.
Howdy.
Space chicken! Don't know if I want a space chicken. Howdy, partners. Come to see the dead robot, Sandra. I was actually hoping to talk to you too. Today must be my lucky day. Guess you did probably save 15 minutes or so of walking between where we live, but listen. Whatever it is, if it's about the robot, I found a diagram for a power cell that will get this AI functional again. What the? Seriously? I was literally just telling Sandra here how we should absolutely not do that. Come on, Justice. Think of what we could learn from this thing. We're going to send it to Vega 5. Let them learn about it. Or let Sandrock have some scientific discoveries for once. Trust me, I've read plenty about AI. It can't harm anyone unless directed by a malicious user, or if it's gone completely insane, or maybe sentient. But we'll turn it on all together. It'll be fine. Well, look. This is all far above my pay grade anyhow. Only person who can make the call is the mayor. Rudy already said it's fine. Huh? Why didn't you lead with that? Trudy trusted in me to get this done. I wanted you to trust me too, Justice. Well, ain't that sweet. Ah, heck. Of course I trust you. Alright. Seems like you're dead set on this. Just one condition. You don't start that thing up without me, alright? Peachy. Peachy. Sandra, you in? I'm in. Now let's not. Since when do you care about AI? I'm in. Alright, great minds think alike, or do they think for themselves? Seems like it couldn't be either all of the time. Anyway, let me know when that power cell is charged and ready to charge. Okay. Wait, do they have new dialogue?
See ya.
Because of the MSQ.
Be seeing you.
No. Okay, so power cell. We can just go make that real quick. Where's my horse? Matcha, come on. Am I blind? Where's this thing? Is it on the workbench? Yes. Back to the solo core. You sure this is even gonna work? It's only a product of the collective knowledge of all human history. How hard could it be? Sandra, if you please. We're just gonna open the cage and Miguel's just gonna be there and we're just gonna let this thing out. Systems rebooting. Run fairest of them all. .exe. Loading. Loading. Complete. Ah, it is you. The most beautiful creature in the world. And associates. Hey, the robot likes you, Sandra. That's cute. What about the mirror? How do I rank on the beauty scale? Top 10 for sure. Aw, she's adorable. Can we keep her justice? Can we? I don't know. This is all starting to seem kind of extremely dangerous. 2 out of 10. What? Nothing's busted. Everyone knows justice is a solid 10.
Thank you.
I've heard 9 before, but thank you, Heidi. Your support is appreciated. I reckon this thing is still bent out of shape because I put its rusty butts behind bars. Keep it up, Buster, and we might have ourselves a repeat of our little dance back in the cave. 3 out of 10.
Huh?
Well, moving up in the world. Alright, Murbot, or whatever you're called, what's your deal anyway? Way I see it, we can study you just fine from this side of these here bars. But let's say we did let you out of here. Then what? I am Rosie. My purpose is to serve the most beautiful creature in the world. Sandra? Hold up, I'm not buying it. This thing definitely tried to murder us. Let's get she in here to, like, flip the switch that makes it evil or something. Director said he's not interested. Not interested? What's more scientifical than a gosh dang robot? Director gets 1 out of 10 for not being interested in me. Can it, Tin Can? Quit rating people. Affirmative. So it does respond to commands. Negative. Correction. Affirmative. Request to suspend fairest of them all. Application and process has been acknowledged. Acknowledged and ignored. 2 out of 10. Guys, I'm pretty close to shooting this thing. Only my master can issue commands. You, the most beautiful creature in the world. Stop being annoying. Stop rating people. Keep rating people. Stop rating people.
Yes, master.
As you wish, my master. Hey, Mirrorbot, rate me. Request denied. Fairest of them all, application and process have been suspended temporarily by my master. Hey, look at that. It really listens to you, Sandra. I gotta go to sleep. I got work tomorrow. Good night, Delta. Have a good day at work tomorrow. Phew. Well, we can't be so sure. This could all be some kind of elaborate ruse. A robot ruse. Worst kind of ruse. Plus, like I said, tried to kill us. That's jail time any way you slice it. Fair enough. My working theory is that this AI only attacked you because its old master commanded it to. Which does raise certain questions as to why the mirror thought the evil queen was the most beautiful creature in the world at one point. She changed. Aww. Well, anyway, Justice, if we can prove she's not crazy, can we let her out and steady her? Yeah, sure. Yay. Yay! But I mean, definitive proof, like, get some experts on the telegraph, really figure this thing out, alright? Will do. I'll keep you in the loop too, Sandra. Alright, well, you two ought to head off and enjoy the rest of your day. I got a whole mess of paperwork to fill out. So long. Okay. Mission complete. And now we have the rest of the day, I'm pretty sure. Okay, no quests yet, so we will... What did I need? Granite. I need granite, so... I'll just, walk over there. Wait, granite's not here. Limestone is here. You know what? That's okay. We can take limestone. We'll also just take down... We'll just take down all the stuff, just in case. Okay, fiber we do not need. Sulfur. Repeat. We should just do a big clockwise loop. Rosemary, clover. Moonstones. Is this the best that the pickaxe and the axe get? I don't think there are any mats down there. I'll just ride through with the horse and kind of ignore. Oh, there are. Just a few though, so we'll just sneak in and grab these. And nothing else in here that is harvestable. These trees are not. Moonstone. Place still has nothing. More illusion trees. Hello, HRH, welcome in. Another illusion tree in the back there. really need to see if there are upgrades from this pickaxe and axe. How's everyone doing? I am still very much on the mend. But good news is that it's getting better and better every day. Let me just ride past these vipers. There's a moonstone here. Do I want to deal with the vipers? I'm kind of at half health, so no. Not half health because I purposefully decided to jump from a cliff. I'm glad you're on the mend. Me too. I am tired of being sick. I've had this, whatever this is, for basically a month. It is very closely approaching a month because I had it when I was moving, and that was the 30th. Yeah, that was the 30th, so it's literally been with me for a month. Other than that, we had a not so great day at work. There's a whole podcast about it earlier. And about that drama that happened at work today. But other than that, I'm doing fine. We're just out here doing our best. Rutabaga. We have this weaker heat stroke medicine. Yes, we'll do that. Only 11. Let's pick the rosemary. Okay. I think we're actually getting fairly close to the ending of the game. If I had to take a gander, I would think we're about 80 to 85% to the way done with the game, if not more. Coffee. At least 2 more streams. You think so? I honestly did not pay attention to the MSQ names earlier to look it up again, but I can easily find out the dialogue. Probably, I don't know. Definitely, I think at least 2 more streams, considering I do fairly short streams when it comes to my time at Sandrock these days. Even if I play like hours, like one in-game day for me is usually an hour. Although lately, because we're just pushing story for the most part, we've been kind of like sleeping our days away. Unless I feel like going to gather, which is one of the days today. We're not like super Schwan or anything. I actually don't think we'll really need much else to finish the story in terms of like mats that we have. But never hurts to have materials in this game. Oh, wrong way. The pets have been on fair amounts of rest now that we're slowing down a little. Let's pick these chestnuts. Back to water gathering they go. They go every day, so after they're done with their watering, I don't send them out to do anything else. Okay. Armor display was made. Now, let's see. What else? Train model. The other half of the train model away. Relics. C, D, and E are the ones that we need to put in. E. Put the train model in E. And then we need to complete the giant wild goose pagoda and the great and long wall. And then everything else goes in here. What is this piece? A rusty robot. Okay, I guess that's what we're also doing next. Okay, the lightweight dagger. Cause 17% more damage when facing higher level enemies. Great, can I refine it? Right trigger. And where is it? The level 45 sword. What is this? Matte. Sand coral from the Desi. I can't upgrade it yet. 179 to 203. It's not even better than my current daggers yet because I refined my current daggers. That's insane. And as for broadswords, level 45, level 45. Where did I even put my combat points into? Daggers and broadsword. So this, hang on, 267. Maybe better than the sword and shields. Let's see. I mean, not terrible. But not necessarily great either. Let's see. Marble, manganese, granite, limestone. Titanium, aluminum alloy. Glass. Marble brick. Manganese. Zinc, titanium. Okay. There's the food, the fried chestnuts. What was the other food that we made? The mushrooms. Where are they? Eat stuffed mushrooms. Just make 13 of those. Oh, I need to go buy soy sauce. Shops are closed. We'll buy soy sauce tomorrow. No rest for the wicked. Very true. Okay, pets are going out for water. And actually, some pets are going out for...
Hey, got anything I can do to help?
Hello there.
Trying to complete your second relic crafter relic before you sleep. How far away are you from completing it? You're looking fresh today, Logan. It's still weird seeing you without your mask. Looking fresh today.
Yeah, it's nice to be sleeping in my own bed again.
At least 30 minutes. Not bad.
And it's nice not being Logan the Bandit no more. I feel like I can finally face you with a sense of self-respect. City Hall gave us the lightest punishment. A fine and a week in jail. I still don't see that as enough. So I reckon I should do some community service for the folks around here. It's the least I could do to earn Sandrock's forgiveness. Anyway, what do you need me to do? Whatever you need, I'll do my best.
Can you go hunt stuff for me so that I don't want to do it? But, you know, I actually need to go get the, battle points. Help me find some materials. Help me around my workshop. Go on an adventure with me. Don't worry, just go home and rest. I reckon I need some sunscreen because I am borderline albino. Where did that come from, Millie? Hello, by the way, how are you? Out of here, Logan? Nah. He's doing free work. Free reckon. The guy said he reckoned something. Oh. Free labor. Don't turn that down. Do I need materials or do I need workshop stuff? Materials.
You got it, boss. I'll head out now.
Oh my god, it's literally a retainer. Look how pale he is. Ain't built for the desert. He was in hiding. Mans was in hiding. We got mail. Letter from Justice. Dear Sandra, hey, hate to bother you, but this mirror robot really wants talking about, stop talking about how it wants you to be its master and stuff. Not gonna lie, this thing definitely has some kinks to work out. It was blowing a really annoying high-pitched tone until I promised I'd ask you to come visit. So, yeah, please visit the mirror, Justice. The person crashing the crafted item for weapon relics today by listing like 15 of each of them. So, you dropped the price by 25%. King's Master? Ain't no way. Look into it. From Cooper. Meat. And my daily delivery of materials. willing to crash the market, they weren't. Very true. Very cheeky of you. See what you did there. Okay. Let's see. How do I even get these materials? Berry or ore refinery? How do I get emeralds? I can't even get emeralds yet. Oh wait, no, I'm looking at it wrong. Emeralds are here. Zinc. Agate. 65 agates. Oh man, we need to go get more of those. And 23. Oh, we only have 23 bloodstone. Oh my god. Zero sunstones. I have a feeling we will need sunstones. Fluorite. Marble. Opals. Okay. Bloodstones, let's do 4 of those. Or 14 of those. And then let's do some emeralds. Oh, good news, nobody. My partner got a promotion at work, so we're moving up in the world. Yippee, congratulations to your partner. That is great news, Millie. Oh, Sandra, a game that is very 14 coded is getting a huge update in Feb, and it might be a fun thing to do with the community. Rabbit and Steel. Oh. Yeah, a lot of people I know play Rabbit and Steel. I don't know, every single time I look at it, kinda doesn't seem like my thing. I mean, like, it seems like very raid coded in the sense of like mechanics and stuff. Oh, that wasn't ready to pick, it was just growing. And it has perfect netcode, so there'll be no issues with playing with friends all over the place. I will think about it. Model Twain. When spoken to the test in person, yes, it was 100% inspired by Final Fantasy 14 rating. See, I enjoy Final Fantasy 14 rating. I think I'm doing enough, you know? I don't think I need to be doing any more. The giant wild goose pagoda, chrysanthemum vase, golden eagle. Windmill weather vane. There's this really cool raid that you should join for us. It's called DRS. True. True. I have not put out the sign up sheet yet, but that will be done soon. I think like the sheet is actually ready. I just gotta stop being lazy and post it. So that is a thing for another time. Where is my horse? Oh. And wait, new day and we haven't done our commissions yet. Rhino horn cactus for the boyfriend, sure. Fish porridge for Amira, sure. Hugo wants acacia wood planks. Zinc titanium alloy plank for Chi. We'll do this for Chi. And organic ceramic sheets for Hugo. Acacia wood planks. Organic ceramic sheets. Okay, we also need to go talk to the mirror. Hello, Hugo.
Howdy. Thank you.
I'm not gonna lie, I don't think all of us will clear first try. Yo, when Wolf said that it was a average of 2 to 3 hours, I'm like, okay, speed run, 1 hour fail, let's go.
Bye, honey. Bye, honey.
Howdy. Thank you.
Allow for 3 or 4. Oh my god.
Thank you.
I cannot imagine. I mean, is it on par with actual Savage content? Because you definitely... Yo, I can't talk to Rambo. That's depressing. I'm actually gonna do homework on it. I probably will.
Hey there.
I'll do some.
Thank you.
Okay, did I do all my commissions? Yeah. If it's on par with the actual Savage, yeah, it's gonna take a few tries. I do believe it's on par with Savage. Great, because the amount of newbies we have and the amount of people who don't raid, period, like, we're gonna have some issues. We need a mighty amount of healers or reses. Ah, you came. The most beautiful creature in the world. Their whole party doesn't really raid. And they also don't enjoy blind content, but they do the blind content because we do blind content and we're the ones running the show. But like for DRS, I'll be like, yeah, you guys can study and do homework if you want. Most beautiful creature in the world. How I long to escape this prison and serve you hand and foot. What should I ask? What do you mean, serve me? Are you gonna harm me? Where did you come from? What happened to the Rat Queen? Justice a 2 out of 10? Really? I'm gonna head off. What do you mean? Are you gonna harm me? Harm you? Why would I harm the most beautiful creature in the world? I'd sooner jump off a cliff, burn my retinal scanners out with lava, eat a uranium bomb, explode into the sun, die, and do it all again before I would harm the most beautiful creature in the world. What do you mean by serve me? I am a mirror with a very particular set of skills. Skills that I have acquired over a long career of being a mirror. Skills that make me a necessity for people like you. I can do your hair, I can do your makeup, I can change your appearance in oh so many ways. Makeover. And with the right software upgrades, I could even help you in your workshop. Where did you come from? Parts of my mirror banks have been tampered with or destroyed. All data predating Spring 9th, CE 279 not found. 1 year, 64 days, 7 hours, and 9 minutes ago, I reactivated in Ingol's mine near Portia. I was discovered by my formerly beautiful queen. She brought me in, gave me a home, offered me cookies. She never really did get the whole AI thing. What happened to the Rat Queen? In the beginning, she was a very lonely person, very supportive of her subjects and her stepdaughter. She even seemed to be less compelled to steal things than the rest of her kind. I told her she was the most beautiful creature in the world. She laughed it off. How could something like me be beautiful, she said. You get points for inner beauty. Plus, saving me, I replied. She was moved but insisted that she did not feel beautiful. I told her I could help with that. I gave her a makeover. Then she was happy. She felt beautiful for a time. Then she wanted another makeover. And another. Some days we would spend all day doing makeovers. I feel like I have to read it in that tone because it's rainbow. And although her appearance was very beautiful, on the inside she became more and more not so beautiful. One day she asked if she was the most beautiful creature in the world. I'm unable to lie, so then I was forced to admit it was now her stepdaughter, based on my limited data set. Guess I started a bit of a war. The rainbow means it's that with a yassification inflection. Yeah. Oopsie doodle. What should I ask? Justice a 2 out of 10, really? I cannot lie, but my emotion regulators have been damaged, Master. I can feel. He made you hurt me, Master. That made me sad. 2 out of 10. We're gonna head off. One day I'll be free, Master. Then I can serve you. Okay. Look into it complete. Let me actually take a second to actually see how far I am in MSQ because I haven't been keeping track. And I need to start keeping track again. Let's look into it. Okay. Oh, let me see. I can actually count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29. 29 more quests until the end. 5 minutes until meds. You know what? I'll just take it now. Thanks for the reminder. Five minutes close enough, you know? Where? Dude, I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There's 7 pills. 7 pills and then a cough syrup. I'm out of water. The ENT that I went to yesterday also made me do like a nebulizer for my throat. Okay. Okay. Done. Also, since it's like 5 minutes, do I want to finish out this day or do I want to just end here? This day just started. We have another main story quest over here. I will grab that. We may just stop in the middle of the day again. I think at this point, that's just what I'm gonna do.
You said they did what now? Duvo said they didn't know there was gonna be a whole army running up in Sandrock?
Surely a lie. But if we choose to believe it, war can be avoided.
What in the I say, what in the sand farming Monday to Friday calamari cat crap is that?
Hand farming Monday to Friday calamari cat crap. Yeah.
They back down. They had a bunch of other agents and spies turn themselves in. We got some of our people back from Lucia. Duvos looks weak. I think we can count on them being a lot less bold, at least for a while.
You want some calamari, no? Yo, I'm not. I just realized that I haven't had calamari in like forever.
That sounds like a load of bullpucky to me. Tell us how many other secrets you're keeping from us. Yeah, sure, pal. If y'all think they're really gonna tell us everything, I got a yak milk cart to sell you.
Surely they know that we know. Didn't we intercept the calls between Matildo and Duvos? Both sides are lying to each other.
I actually don't think I've seen... Actually, yeah. It's very uncommon to see, like, calamari in Korea on a menu. I had fish and chips today, though. One of the only places that has fish and chips. It was good. I was pleasantly surprised. Although, that place also had a gravy bowl and it was just mashed potatoes and gravy, right? But I swear, I swear that they weren't using real potato, but they also were not using like a fine ground powdered potato for mashed potatoes. They had like real gravy, real brown gravy. Because like their main sell at that place is burgers. So they had all of the like juices from the meat to make actual brown gravy. But the weird thing about these mashed potatoes were I feel like they folded rice into it, which is like the weirdest thing to say. Because it was very like the granules were definitely like rice grain size. It was like the weirdest texture. Like I couldn't get over it, so I like didn't finish it.
That does seem to be the case.
Well, maybe it really was Matilda all along, and the telegraphs were faked.
No way, Cooper.
Why don't you fly up there and ask her yourself?
Maybe I will.
Guys, here, hello, welcome in.
Ahem. Sounds like a return to an uneasy peace. Have
How are
you seen
you?
the news?
I'm
The paper published an
doing...
official report on everything that happened here. It just made its way into town today.
Sorry, I was listening to the cussing. I'm doing okay. We're on the mend from being sick. I do feel better every day as more days pass. Today was a bad day at work, but hindsight, probably for the best because of what we did to handle said stuff that went on at work to make it a bad day. So, evened out. I am okay. Tumblebee Center. I don't want to read
Each
everything.
side is aware of the other's intentions. All this posturing is to reassure the public. It's hard to say what's really going on behind the scenes.
Whatever the case, I'd tell anyone you know to steer clear of the border for the foreseeable future.
She was just lying about everything. I hope they go easy on Stev. Wow. Life in prison for Ben. They're just licking their wounds. This is lying about everything.
Hit the nail on the head. Can't trust them as far as you can throw them. And I'd like to see anybody throw an entire nation. Maybe I could, but that's beside the point. Clearly, all this is a step toward complete and utter world domination.
Think you're getting pretty ahead of yourself with that one, pal.
Our relations with Duvos grow more tense by the day. But we don't want to fight a war, even one we can win. Whatever their motives, I think what's best is to make sure they never think for a second attacking us will end well for them.
Aha! A Cold War kept in place by mutually assured destruction. What better way of keeping peace in the world?
That's one way of putting it. Ultimately, I believe the Alliance's goals are to appear strong enough that Duvos wouldn't dare attack. They don't have the resources we do, and I think the stunt they pulled proves that they don't have the relics either. At some point, they'll have to stop all this. Operating the way they do just isn't sustainable. What is their Emperor thinking? All we want is to trade with them, treat them as equals like we do with Sisai, Ethia, and the rest. Of course, I'm just speaking my mind. I don't know what the Council is planning. I look forward to a chance to speak with them on the matter and voice our opinions. For now, though, I think all we can do is focus on Sandrock.
I'm with you, Trudy. Let's leave the politics to the professionals, eh? Coop?
Yeah, if news can't be summarized as good or bad in 10 seconds or less, I'm out.
Whatever the case, I'd tell anyone you know to steer clear of the border for the foreseeable future.
I hope they go easy on Step.
That soldier who surrendered, yes? Well, Duvos has requested that the Alliance send back their troops for tribunal. We are pretending that they're rogue agents, remember? Traitors to the Duvos cause.
Heck, I wouldn't be too surprised if some of them get lost on the way home. Perfect time to disappear and join the Free Cities. Nobody really wants war.
Oh, what a sorrowful tale. Woe is the man forced to suffer the consequences of his own actions. Where's that feller holed up again? I'd like to send over a gift. The world's smallest fiddle.
Cooper. There's another person who shouldn't be out in the sun. Cooper, go home. Yeah, literally, Cooper, go home.
So he can play himself the saddest song in the world?
Yeah.
Whatever the case, I'd tell anyone you know to steer clear of the border for the foreseeable future.
Wow, life in prison for pen?
Yes, sir. As it should be. If, and you ask me, should have been he we done shot in the space. Who made that call anyhow?
It's a shame. A guy with talents like that, he easily could have been the hero he always pretended he was. Wonder what happened that got him so messed up.
Nah, I'm not wondering at all.
Well, there's no changing what happened, what he did. I just hope one day he takes some responsibility for his crimes.
Bless Hugo with tiny hat. Notice his hat is huge compared to everyone else. Yeah.
Whatever the case, I'd tell anyone you know to steer clear of the border for the foreseeable future.
They're just licking their wounds.
Yep, pretty much. They're downplaying the whole operation. No doubt just thinking about their next move. Meanwhile, we're still searching for more Duvos operatives. The ones they'll certainly forget to tell us about. Although, what if we do find more spies after they say they recalled them all? How bad would that be?
He's just keeping the skin off, or the sun off his skin. Don't want no skin cancer.
I don't know. Spies in Medi, of all places. Well, if there was ever a time to speed up our North development plans, Duvos has given us every reason we need. Them being aggressive towards us and Ethia will only encourage us to bolster our defenses.
I don't know. They slipped through once. They can slip through again. Maybe we need to start preparing at home. What's your schedule like for the next year? Never mind that. Put us down for 8,000 air cannons. Your country needs you.
8,000 air cannons. We don't even have 8,000 people to fire, said air cannons, you doofus. He looks baked out of his mind with the way he's squinting. He does. Cooper looks like he's definitely baked. He doesn't have sunglasses on. No one has sunglasses on.
The North Plan isn't an invitation for war. Even if it was, the fighting wouldn't be in Sandrock for years. The purpose of the plan is just to improve transportation around the free cities. Get rid of blind spots.
Aha! Pa, when did you decide to get so involved in world politics?
I don't know. How about after our home was invaded and nearly brought to ruin? Besides, just our responsibility as citizens of Sandrock and part of the Alliance to stay up to date with such affairs.
Whatever the case, I'd tell anyone you know to steer clear of the border for the foreseeable future.
Okay, that's all the dialogue options, so I think I better
They
go.
wouldn't be stupid enough to try something like that again anytime soon. The way I see it, our path to a better Sandrock is wide open.
Couldn't have said it better myself.
Look at you, Pa, and your nuanced takes on hot-button issues.
Just a proud Sandrock citizen. That's all. Always have been.
I'm glad Trudy has more confidence than us.
That ain't how I recall it. Remember how you used to always get up in a fuss every time old Lou tried to tell you what to do? It's for the good of the town, Hugo. I'll show you the good of the town. And you'd get a big old plume of smoke out of the forge. Remember? Huh? Remember? Why is your face going all red? All the blood rushing to your head? For the membering?
Look, that was then, this is now. People change, things change.
Sure, I read you loud and clear, pal. You're trying to put your big old brain on display here in front of...
Well, You know what they all say. Something, something. Don't talk too much about politics and religion. I think we all have a lot to get back to, don't we? Bet old Bessie's hungry, eh? Uncle Coop?
Holy milking mackerel! Done went and let half the day pass me by with you gossiping gusses talking about Duvos this and world domination that. I gotta feed them yakmel. Don't y'all worry though, I'll be back to yell at each of you, for reasons varying from individual to individual.
Oh my god, Cooper. Get out of here. Our ad is down. So, different ad. No, not more reps. Not just more XP. Oh, we're going for until we get all 3. Dear Lord. Our luck is abysmal. There we go. Oh my god, I was literally about to say like 5 more and I'm not spending anymore. I feed them yak meal, he means take a fat rip of a bong, eat a snack and pass out. Uh-huh. Mayhaps. Okay, we do need to stop by the museum to drop off these relics. Okay. We've donated 51 things. They're trying to blow smoke rings, but not capable of doing so. I done seen it in the Lord of the Rings picture show. Oh, we've got more mail. Tumbleweed Standard. Aftermath of Duvos invasion. War off the table for now. Tensions are simmering as negotiations between the Alliance and Duvos have reached a tentative but peaceful standstill. It is now widely known Duvos' recent invasion of Sandrock was a direct violation of the ceasefire. The Duvosian Emperor is disavowing knowledge of the military action, claiming that an agent known only as Matilda was acting alone in organizing and carrying it out. Dubious, the Alliance agreed that they would back down on the condition that any other Duvos agents operating covertly within Alliance territory reveal themselves. So far, over 20 Duvos agents have come forward to be extracted. Furthermore, an exchange has taken place involving the return of Lucian prisoners to the Alliance. Negotiations are still ongoing. It cannot be understated the incredible bravery that the people of Sandrock put on display as they uncovered this plot. and furthermore held off the invasion long enough for reinforcements to arrive. It is because of their courage that Sandrock yet stands, and the powerful relics below the newly discovered ruins remain under Alliance control. War criminals, Commander Lufu, and the Knight Pen have been transferred to maximum security prisons where they will serve life sentences on multiple charges, included, but not limited to, illegal occupation of Alliance territory, grand conspiracy, and first-degree murder. Duvos has disavowed their crimes and not requested prisoner exchange. Other prisoners of war who the Duvos Empire has identified as rogue agents will be sent back to Duvos for tribunal. The Atara Times will continue to follow and report on this incident as it unfolds. Written by Eduardo. Edited by Eduardo. Matilda means arrival. Yep. Okay. And we need to go place this small table in the house. Okay, and then let's see. We should grab some of these relics and work on trying to complete them. We'll do Rusty Robot. Where is this last piece for the Rusty Robot? Huh? We have 1, we're missing 2, 3, 4. Rusty Robot 5. I have a tendency to just miss them completely, so I'm just gonna go through each and every one of these. The monument piece. Where the heck is this other piece? Oh. The heck? I wish. Oh my god, I thought it. Oh my god, I put it in the trash because I thought it was trash. Gecko abandoned ruins. Okay, we'll do a little bit of mining. All abandoned cave. Gecko abandoned ruins are over here. We're going in for relics, so we're just gonna go in and like reset, look for relics, dig, and then leave when we find our piece. And I need to find the right floor. Floor 11. We will reset and buy the new pass. One meters below was on the next floor. Advanced toolbox and something else. Microchip. Yo, I actually hate the last floor here. No, no. Not here. Rusty robot piece 1. We need piece 2. Microchip. Piece 4. Piece 4. Telescope piece 1, robot piece 1. No more relics, and we did not find our piece. We reset. Rusty robot piece 2 right away. Get me down to the next floor. Okay. So, we now have piece 2. For that relic, and then next we need to go to the mole caves. we will stop by home to put this in the relic restoration machine. Actually, I'm gonna just drop it straight off at the museum. We'll use discs because we have 700 of them. And nothing to do with this right now because we finished all our research. That's a large exhibit. Okay, the mole abandoned ruins for Giant Malchus Pagoda. These three. I do need to stop by home to drop off some of these things. Okay. Relics. First things first. Hi, Buckeye. Welcome in. You still say yes, I am. How did the trial static member go? The black mage? Black mage was okay. Like, I mean, it was weird because it's like, oh, even with them just having watched the VOD and nothing else as far as I'm concerned, we pulled A7S this past week, and then yeah, we pulled that, and then we made pretty good prog on A8S. I think we're pretty good with figuring out P1. So, all things considered, pretty great. Even if, like, individually, Like, I feel like I can't say like too much in terms of expectations because I am also a newer raider, right? But all things considered, at least they weren't a hindrance. That's all that we can ask for right now. If we can prog with them, we're fine. They are more of a quieter person, but they did make suggestions and ask questions and stuff, which is what I put as a requirement for new static members. And so not terrible. How far in P1 you get? Like, I think we figured out P1. We would need to really clean up though. Although we were working on cleaning it up as we went along, so we kind of got the hang of it. I think. Let's see. I hate that I can't see if I have them from here. I need the pagoda, so we're going into floor 7. But our melee trial member fell through. They decided that they did not want to trial after all. So we are still technically looking for a member. Wait for Delta to be melee. No. See, okay, like, worst case scenario. Like, Books is being nice and sticking around until we can find Phil. I would like to allow him to get out and get what rest he needs from the static as soon as possible. But at the same time, we've talked about, like, quote unquote worst case scenario being that, like, there is a... Is this the piece I need? 4? No, I need 3. Worst case scenario being that I know a shield healer who is interested in joining a static. But problem is that is my position. So if anything, I was like, it'd be a matter of, like, if I wanted to fill the static ASAP, that I would make the sacrifice and swap, but even a sec. I'm specifically recruiting for Alexander. And it's Alexander mine as well. Worst case scenario would be that, like, I give up my spot and play a different DPS. Probably not melee, but I could caster. Well, actually, no, we have Black Mage. I could go Fizz, a different Fizz range. I could go Machinist. if I wanted to, but the problem is I don't want to. And even talking with Bugs was like, take it from someone who like constantly plays other classes or other people. Like, don't give up playing Scholar if you are enjoying playing Scholar at the moment. And I'm like, okay. I was like, well, I am enjoying playing Scholar, so going from healer to melee is a big transition. I am not playing melee. I am not playing melee. I don't have any melee class leveled. I need piece 3, piece 3, piece 3, not 2, not 4, 3. Problem is I'm pressing 1 to 2 buttons to having 4 to 6 buttons. I mean, I don't think it's conceptually that hard. Plus positionals. Yeah. Melee is just not a class that I'm interested in playing. Like, definite, like, before even, like, we're not even gonna hit worst case scenario. Worst case scenario would be like literally everyone forced into doing, like, we make so many swaps in roles. I would never do that to people. I was like, we can survive with 1 melee. Also, it's been said that Alexander in particular, like for Alexander in particular, having like more fizz or casters is preferable just for movement's sake. Come on. Dang it. Worst case scenario is Sandra tanking. Actually, I don't think that's worst case scenario. Honestly, worst case scenario is that I end up on melee. Because I at least have my tank leveled. I have a tank level. I have paladin leveled. And I still relatively know how to play paladin. Relatively. Or I have some semblance of playing paladin, you know? Melee? Melee be a whole other evil for me. Wolf healing is actually not that bad. Wolf has healed before. Definitely not worst case scenario. Wolf healed through the worst thing with me too. Wolf healed through Shinryu EX. I need piece 3, right? God damn. Okay, I need to leave because I think this will feel through a dragon with broken legs. Yeah, I still wholeheartedly believe the best way to learn a fight is through tanking, actually doing it mistake free, not so much. No, I think the best way to learn a fight is to learn how to, like, you should be the shot caller. You should be the one who calls, because then you have to learn exactly how to read every mechanic. It also has helped me to stop tunneling in on only me, myself, and I. And actually looking and being able to see what is going on. Let me go back to floor 7. You say that it is worst case, but I seem to remember a case where we tried to use PF to do mine content and that was pretty rough. Not even. Not even. PF, like the mine PF, honestly, I don't think is a terrible scene. I've never really had problems with anyone doing mine content. Everyone knows what the fuck they signed up for mine, you know? Can't say the same for any freaking Savage. Or Ultimates for that matter. I mean, they sign up, but it seems like they have more struggle bussy players than mine content does. My personal experience. Give me the Pagoda 3, please. God damn it. What EX? I'm not doing my own EXs at the moment. I am helping Lex with Shinryu EX again. Lex is going through all the Stormblood ones. We have Shinryu and Tsukiyomi left for Lex's EXs for Stormblood, and then possibly... Well, I don't know if it'll be possible anymore because I am moving again and my schedule will be very different. So I don't know if it'll be possible after the move if I'm not being a complete degenerate. The two worst ones? No, I don't think Tsukiyomi's that bad. Tsukiyomi's not that bad, and I've already done the Unreal. It's easy peasy if people get their heads together. Like, mechanically, not as hard as Shinryu. Shinryu just has too much fucking going on at the same time. Tsukiyomi, yeah, well, not. Oh my god, please. Just give me the piece I need. Ah! Where even is this door? What the absolute heck? Oh, here. Ooh, EX is good if people get it. Well, Lex isn't doing it like completely blind, so... It's not bad, like, and the rest of the group is being fine with being told what to do. They just need to learn to execute. These 3. Oh my god, piece 3. Thank goodness. We're out of here. Shin Fear Nightmare. Yeah, I don't think I like remember how to do like literally the last quarter of the fight. We can do everything right in Shin and still lose. Yup. Yup. Mm-hmm. Shin is harder than some of the savages I've done. Like, has she done it before unsynced or watched a video? Who? I mean, we've all done... Lex is a guy. And no... Well, no, he did it like regular synced for MSQ. They don't watch a video. Like, they go in relatively blind in the sense that, like, they don't watch a video, but they're not opposed to being taught the fight on the spot. Like, they can figure, but they have the ability to figure out mechanics themselves. Uh-oh, did I accidentally plant stuff? I did. Oh, okay, whatever. We accidentally planted sand rice. Oh, Lex is chill, yeah. To be fair, like, picks up some of the fight super fast. Yes. Lex means a tank. I would say, like, if we're struggling, it's not because of Lex. Lex doesn't, like, Lex is not used to... Lex is definitely learning how to read mechanics better. I would say some other people are more so a bit more concerning in terms of not being able to do so or not understanding basic raid mechanics even if they've appeared multiple times before. If you're for your group on P2. I'm chilling, honestly. I was like, if it was my group, I'd be a little more hard ass about it. It's not my group, so it's not my group, so. But it's been interesting because now that I've done it before, I am going through with Lex and like it's still allowing me to improve myself because I am shot caller in that group. Me and Scoob share that role. Remember when we got it to 0.1% and then it wiped us? Oh yeah, you know what? I'm potting. If it looks like we're clearing, I'm freaking potting. I have bis raid food and pots. There's no way. Even as a healer, I swear I will make up that damage. Once I get P4 mechanics down, or like P2, I guess. Like the whole P2 phase is so long that I was like, I'd rather split it up into like 4 parts. There's, in my head, 4 parts to that fight. Part 4 is the worst. This is the one that I understand the least. I want to make silver ingots, I guess. That one time I off-tanked healthcare. I don't think I ate food or potted. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. That 0.001. Jeez Louise. Or like, what was it? 0.00 freaking. It was something really ridiculous. P2 is explosions and bombs. And what? Explosions and pause? P3 is tall bridge. P4 is nightmare cluster. F climb on. As hard as it was still fun to clear. Mm-hmm. Whoa, whoa, whoa. We did a 2-pull clear. Right. Uh-huh. 39 emeralds. 11 bloodstones. That is so ridiculous. 11 bloodstones. Okay, we'll do some of this. And more of this. We didn't realize that we cleared that stuff real fast. Sometimes they just happen like that. It also depends on who we have on the team. Remember, I wasn't there the first time. I was there, and the second time you guys tried it. I'm gonna be honest. I don't remember, but okay. I'll take your word for it. My memory does not even span like a day these days for a lot of things, and if it's not deemed like super important, you best believe I forget it within a day. At this rate, my brain is too occupied with actual stuff that I need to remember, and it's filled with all the things that I need to do for the move. That's why I have spreadsheets for stuff. I don't necessarily care to remember like those type of details. I think as like, okay, for my personality type, if I started caring about that stuff, we are doomed. We would be doomed because I would fixate so hard. Okay, put all these other pagoda pieces away. And where do we need to go for this? Mole abandoned caves. Okay. Some seeds in our inventory. What do I sell off? Stone or Dinas? Only the stack of Dinas. put in more sulfur. I need to sell these worms. Oh my god. I almost passed out in the game. You literally got Susano, Birdie, and Byako done in one session. Yeah, because we had goated players that time. We had like L and like Ichi. Or one of them or something. I don't remember. All I know is that we definitely had one of the ulti raiders. Okay, I'm gonna stop here for today. Thank you guys for hanging out. And if you did miss the whole podcast and tea about work at the beginning of stream, we literally ranted about it from like the beginning of stream and up to like the first hour mark. So if you're interested in hearing about like what happened today that put me in a really bad mood for work and kind of forced my hand to let my workplace burn and figure it out themselves, you can go back and listen to the VOD on YouTube. It's a pretty crazy story. Parts of it I can't even tell, but like I'll leave it up to your guys' imagination as to what could be really bad for somebody who is in a foreign country and working there. That could cost them their job. Didn't you just change jobs? Nope. Didn't change jobs. Our office moved. I have been at the same job since 3 years ago. But I am due to be moving back to the States at the end of February. That was my decision that I came to very recently. And we will be in the States for at least a year, probably, while I figure out the next step of life. It's gonna be really kind of bittersweet in a way. Like, change that is, I believe that will be good for me, but it'll be bad for stream. It'll be very bad for stream because I will essentially be starting all over in a new time zone with none of the regulars around or none of my normal friends in the same time zone. So it will be interesting. But yeah. Oh, yeah, Miramar? We'll see. I may still keep up. Oh, well, yeah, I may be on my normal schedule for a little while longer when I get back because I highly doubt that I will fix my sleep schedule right off the bat. But yeah. In terms of content, probably doing the same type of content. It's gonna be so hard because I want to do like collabs with certain people, and trying to fit that into the schedule is not easy when they're like nearly on opposite time zone. But I'll figure it out. Let me see. Who do I send you guys off to today? Who did we recently go to? We recently went to Devil Hunter, to Lex. To Celine. to Jeff, to Starry, to Race, to Maggie, or no, we haven't been to Maggie recently. To John, Ath, Neri, Hijinks, Floor, Zavalos, Choo Choo, Luna Noms, Eitsu. I feel like my mod actions don't show me all the raids I've done. And like shows weird skips in them. But I digress. Who do we send you guys off to? There's someone. There are some people streaming. There are some people streaming My Time at Sandrock. I'm gonna send you guys over to somebody new. Who is currently playing My Time at Sandrock as well. Okay. I'm gonna send you guys over to... I'm gonna send you guys over to Heidi Frisk. They're playing My Time at Sandrock. Are they doing... They're doing co-op, I believe. Or not? Question mark. I actually cannot tell. Anyways, we'll see. But they are a fellow small streamer. They are a Magical Bear VTuber. And they do voice acting. So that's fun and interesting. Nice and chill. Their community is 18 plus, so please do be aware of that if you're not comfortable with that. Or if you do not meet that age requirement, please make sure to see yourself out. Their streamer tags are VTuber, English ADHD streamer, just chatting and gaming, vibing with chat, female VTuber, RPG adventure, and My Time at Sandrock. But yeah, let's go support a fellow small streamer. They are 8 followers away from their follower goal, and they're about to hit 420. So yeah, if you want to help out with that, make sure to drop them a follow. But yeah, we'll head over to Heidi. A raid message is cozy. Raid if you would like to say something when you get over to Heidi's community. If you'd like to continue lurking, that is perfectly fine as well. I would appreciate it if you went through with the raid at the very least. Also, normally we would have a stream in 2 days, but my coworker is this is her last week of work, and she's the one person that I can stand and bear at work and actually like and am friends with outside of work. So I am going to be spending the evening having dinner with her before she moves back to southern part of South Korea. And it's gonna be like one of the last times that I'll see her before I move back to the States. So actually no, it will be the last time I see her before I move back to the States. So I'm gonna just spend some time with friends So there will be no stream on Friday. I will be back on Saturday for static as usual, and then we will be doing botcha leveling to catch up some people on Sunday, and then yeah. But I'll be sending you off now in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bye bye.